Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Today we are going over to Harley-Davidson of Scottsdale. If you're new to this channel, you'll know that I just recently bought this 2018 Harley-Davidson Heritage 114. I've put about 5,000 miles on it over the course of about the last 5 months. I'm interested now that I have some experience under my belt riding on this bike, which I absolutely love, to see what these new 2019 models have to offer. So not only what's new for 2019, but just the platforms in general, and we'll see what the difference is and kind of reconfirm whether or not I think I made the right choice in my bike. Today we are going to be throwing our leg over the Road Glide CVO 117. This is the beautiful CVO in blue. So we'll mount her up. Again, air vents. Anybody complains about buffeting with that air vent closed, which opened like that, that means it's closed. Fork unlock. So this is my first time on a Road Glide, and everybody says the Road Glide is a better bike as far as handling goes because it has, well, this frame affixed fairing, which means the steering turns separate from the fairing. And I've always said that I felt like everything is just too far away, but the response to that is that you have all your thumb controls here, which control the boombox GTS. And man, that's weird. It's weird getting on a Road Glide for the first time and having the steering turn different from the fairing. It's almost like a feeling of being like disconnected from what the front end of the bike is doing. Everybody tells me that's not how it stays, you get used to it, but... And I just got off the FXDR, and the touring bikes are certainly more my speed, I guess, as far as like comfort goes. And I will agree that this frame mounted fairing right off the bat on these slower sweeping turns, it like stays in the turn almost, like like the Street Glide, you feel like you almost have to kind of keep that counter steering into your turns, whereas the Road Glide just kind of wants to stay there. You get a little more storage space with the Road Glides, with these cubbies, which is good if you have a bigger cell phone. I think that works out really well. Oh, you also have some separate side vents here. So here on the Road Glide, you actually get a little bit more ventilation. And I'm going to say the top one is for helmet buffeting, and these two up here probably are for comfort. I was saying when I was riding on the Street Glide, I kind of get annoyed when I hear people say like, oh, that vent is there so on hot days you get some fresh air, which just is not the case. It's only there for helmet buffeting. Whereas I feel on these Road Glides that it's these two are there more for comfort than buffeting. I do see what people are saying as far as the Road Glides go with the lighter front end steering. You can definitely tell the difference. A few minutes sitting on this bike already, I can say that the inner fairing on this Road Glide it's better. I mean better just because you have more storage space. I mean better as in like if you're in the market for a touring bike and you're looking for storage, this fairing is, well, it's what you're looking for. The steering is also lighter, which is a nice thing on a larger bike. And when it comes down to it, you're not looking at the front end of the bike when you're riding it, you're looking at the rear end of the fairing. So if you don't like the shark nose, you're really not looking at the shark nose. I also think that I like the placement more than I thought I would have. As far as the screen is, it's out of range. You can't really touch it without really making a deliberate action to like really lean in and reach for it. But you have your toggles on your handlebar, so you can control most of it. It handles bumps really well. Let's close these side things here. No, those actually do have, they play a part in buffeting a little bit. you get a little bit more, not much at all, but I don't know. I tell you what, on the Street Glide, I feel like they are a little bit more important, mainly because the fairing is closer to you, so I think it makes a bigger difference. So this is the CVO Road Glide, and I mean, a Road Glide's a Road Glide, whether it be a CVO, you know, versus a base model Road Glide. The frame is the same. Everything as far as the ride is going to be the same. With this, you get the 117, which is a more powerful motor. It's liquid cooled. There's a lot of comfort benefits to that, and just ultimately a cooler motor is going to be a more efficient, powerful motor in theory. So I see what people are saying. I get it about the comfort of steering with the a Road Glide it's pretty incredible, actually. You know, there's like no weight to the front end at all, and you really do feel that. I wasn't a believer of that statement. I thought it was going to be kind of a little bit of a load of crap, but it's pretty impressive. I mean, you don't feel anything on this bike. It's just a light little push of the hand, and it wants to go into a corner. These little toggles, I could see getting used to that as a way to navigate the system. I still personally, if I were to buy a touring bike in the Harley lineup, as much as I do like this a lot more, really more than I thought that I would, by quite a bit, I still think that I would go with the Street Glide, or even like an electric glide, if I wanted that backrest. Just because I like the look of it better. If you watch Matt Laidlaw's channel, he has his Stormtrooped out Street Glide, and that's personally I like the 3-light look up front. He's got the 2 passing lamps, and that look to me with the Batwing fairing and those 3 lights up front, and just the overall look of that Street Glide, it's just more me, and it's all subjective. You know, if you're looking to have a little bit lighter of a steering, then yes, this Road Glide it wins hands down. You know, and of course, yeah, this is the $40,000 model, but you can get into them for you know, just over 20 grand. And you know, I think they're just incredible motorcycles. What Harley has done in the last couple of years just really has me impressed. Whew. I do think they have a change coming to this touring lineup as far as the frame goes. I wouldn't be surprised to see them switch to a monoshock, similar to what Indian actually had done. It works really great in the softtails on my 2018 Heritage. I love that single shock. So if they can do like an adjustable single shock, I think that'll be the way to go, especially if it's adjustable electronically as opposed to manually. I would like to see them go that way. Just makes sense for what everything else is going on. I'm just a huge fan of these bikes in general. Really surprised, these little blade mirrors on this bike in particular, you can see quite a bit. It's impressive too for the styling you get. Again, with the CVOs, you also get these locking buttons for your saddlebags, which is a nice addition, so you can automatically, with the push of the button, lock and unlock your saddlebags. That's something that I think should be more standard, in my opinion. It also would be nice to see with these proximity keys that once you walk away from the bike, which it does now, it'll flash the lights to tell you that your bike is in like a security mode. It would be nice if that would also then engage the lock on the bags. Man, this thing just pushes through this roundabout really, really nice. Now I'm back here on my 2018 Heritage. So thank you guys very much. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, please click that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel, and we will see you next time.